All right, this is a lesson on converting from a radical to an exponential fraction. So we just have some pieces to our radical here. We have the index, the radical sign, and the radicand. So let's start off by identifying what a fractional exponent looks like when it's converted to a radical. So here is my base of my exponential term. Then we have our power, and our power, or our exponent, is a fraction. Where the m and the m are going to go are, the n is going to be your index, the divider. It's going to be your index. The numerator is going to be your power. It can go out in front or out here. Well, that looks really messy, so I'm going to go ahead and just erase it for a minute here. And you'll notice the index is your denominator, and your power numerator goes right there. All right, so let's go ahead and practice some of these. So this is another, you can pause if you want to look at it. I just grabbed a couple of other example looking from the internet. All right, so first example, we have the index is missing. So if you remember that, that's an index of 2. And then it's raised to the third power. And if we want it as a fraction, our base, which is our radicand, is 10. And then our numerator is 3. Remember, our index always goes in the denominator. So we say this is 10 raised to the 3/2 power. All right, let's do another one. We're going to convert it to a fractional exponent. So our base is a 2. Our index goes down in the denominator. And notice we do not have a power here, so I'm going to go ahead and throw a 1. So there's our 1. So we say this is 2 raised to the 1/6 power. All right, next one. 2 is our base. That's our radicand. Our denominator is our index, which is 4. And then our power is our numerator. So we say this is 2 raised to the 5/4 power. A couple more. Now I'm throwing in a variable, z. So z is your base. 5 is your exponent, 5th root. So that's going to be your denominator. And then your power is 11. So we say this is z raised to the 11/5. Last one on this slide. 6x is your base. 3 is your index, so that's your divider. And then 4 is your numerator. So we say this is 6x raised to the 4/3 power. So I'm going to go ahead and put a parentheses here because I want the entire thing. All right, I'm going to go ahead and have you pause and you try this problem. All right, so let's go ahead and do this problem. See if you get the same answer as me. Y is your base. 4 is your denominator. 6 is your power. Now with this one, we can reduce it. So you may have not done it, and that's fine. We can reduce this by 2, so this would be 3/2. All right, let's go the other way now. Now we're going to convert from a fractional exponent to a radical. We're going to have our radical. Our 7 is our base. Remember, our denominator is our index, so it's going to be a square root. And then our 1, our numerator, can either go underneath or it can also go outside like that. I'm just going to erase that for a minute. So it can either look like this. 7, index of 2, first power, or 7, index of 2, raised to the first power. All right. Let's go down and do a few more problems here. So our base is 4. Our denominator is 3, so that means it's going to be a 3rd root. And then our power is 4. Now, with this problem, if you remember radicals, we can reduce this. So I'm going to go ahead and break this up into 4 times 4 times 4 is 4 cubed. And then we have a 3 here. And I have one more 4 left over. Now, can we simplify this? Right here. The cube root of 4 cubed is 4. And then we still have this cube root left. So cube root of 4. All right, head down to the next one. Radical. 121 is our radicand. Our index is a 2. And now this time I'm going to leave the 3 outside. Now I'm going to try and see if I can simplify the square root of 121, which I can. I can say 11 times 11 is 121. So 11 times 11 is 11 squared. Square root, and I still have that third power. So what this becomes is the square root of 11 squared is 11, and then we still have the third power. So we have 11 times 11 times 11. Which is 1,331. Next one. All right. Now notice this one is a little different. It has a negative power. So remember negative powers, we have to flip it. It's going to be 1 over negative 216 raised to, now we're going to change it from a negative 1/3 to a positive 1/3 power. All right. So now let's continue on. We're going to rewrite that negative 216. Negative 216 is my base of my radical. My power is 1 cube root. Now we're looking for something raised to the third power. That'll give us 216. Say 1 over negative 6 times negative 6 times negative 6 is negative 216. Then we have the third root. So this will cancel out. Negative to a negative 6. And then we still have the 1 up on top. All right, here's one for you to try. Okay, hopefully you've tried that, you paused it. We're going to go ahead and write it as a radical. So our radicand is 27. Our denominator is our index of 3. And now we can choose either put that 2 underneath or outside. I'm going to choose to put it outside because 27 can be rewritten as 3 times 3 times 3, or 3 cubed. You have a cube root raised to the second power. So this whole thing reduces down. Cube root of 3 cubed is 3. And then we still have it now raised to the second power. So 3 times 3 is 9.